All right, you guys can run if you want to, but I am going to ride, if that's all right. Hey everybody, I'm Stephen Heumann, and I am just a couple miles north of where Darren and Jill are at the fairgrounds there, and I'm on one of my favorite ATV rides in the Price area. Now, it's not a long ride by any stretch of the imagination, but what you're gonna find on the way is definitely worth climbing on your machine to discover. If you head north on Highway 6 out of Price, after a couple minutes you come to the small town of Helper, Utah. This quiet little hamlet has always been an energy hub, with trains barreling off laden with coal, and that is still the case today. In fact, that's how Helper got its name in the first place, because of the Helper engines used to push larger loads up the steep grades. Well, just before you pass through town, there is a small turnoff called Consumer Road that heads west toward the coal plants and resource-rich valleys of Carbon County. It is here that you come upon Gordon Creek, a trail that is small in every sense of the word, but that offers some big attractions.
It is on the west side of Price, and it's only like 3.5 miles long, maybe not even quite that. So it's one way in, one way out. But there's a cabin up at the end, and we have two beautiful waterfalls, and it's just kind of a fun place. You'll see a lot of people that'll take their full-size vehicles as far as the waterfall, and the kids will get out and play in the water. And this particular trail is easy to get to, and it does have a few little technical spots that makes the ride exciting. If you want to bring your family out just for an afternoon ride, I would recommend that you come out and try this trail.
Joan Powell knows a thing or two about this area and is my guide for our trip down Gordon Creek. As a lifelong resident whose father was himself a coal miner, Joan is able to point out some amazing history that I've never known about the trail. Before you get to the first waterfall, you come across some old remnants of what looks like an old train track or water pipe or something, but until now, I could only guess at what it actually was.
The trestle that you see in the pictures is part of the train system that went from here out to Hiawatha and clear over to Moreland. My dad was at Hiawatha, and then there was another mine kind of next door that was called Plateau.
It's always nice riding with someone with a personal history of an area because the ride takes on so much more meaning. Now, not far from the railroad trestle is the first waterfall, which by itself is enough to bring a smile to your face, and it's only the first one. In fact, you cross the stream a couple of times during the ride, and it's surprising that this area has as much water as it does, since at a glance you'd think it was nothing but a desert wasteland. Now, you can actually get a standard four-wheel drive up to this point, but past the waterfall, the trail is 52 inches all the way, so you'll need a standard four-wheeler or smaller RZR to make it up to my favorite part of the ride, the old Prospector Cabin that still sits among the ageless canyons. I always love exploring things like this and seeing how people eked out an existence here in the wild long before you could ever climb on a quad and comfortably ride back into town. For me, this is what off-roading is all about, finding these out-of-the-way things, be they waterfalls or forgotten cabins. And I guess that's why I like Gordon Creek so much, because you have unexpected beauty right alongside historic gems that remind you of a bygone era.
The waterfalls are beautiful, the cabin's interesting, and hopefully we'll have a little history sheet put up there that gives a little information about the cabin. You could get up on these benches up around us, and they're just beautiful.
Now remember, Gordon Creek is just an out and back again trail. And in the past, it's actually been under threat of closure because riders were creating illegal offshoots in an attempt to make the ride longer. Stick to the legal route and enjoy Gordon Creek for what it is. Not every trail needs to take an entire day to be something unique and memorable. Sometimes a trip of just an hour or two, taking time to breathe in the air and really take in the sights, can have just as much impact. And that is what you find here, off an old coal road in the heart of Carbon County.
Well, you never know what you might find. We're not a very big county, but we still have good places to go, and I'm happy to show it off to you guys today.
Well, I'd like to thank Joan for taking me out on Gordon Creek today and sharing some of that personal history. It's been absolutely amazing. Now remember, most of the trail is only 50 inches, so you're gonna need like a Pioneer or a standard quad to come up here, and it is closed during the winter, so you only have a couple months if you don't want to wait until spring. Well, I'm Stephen Heumann for At Your Leisure. How about we head back with Darren and Jill? Hey guys, if you liked that video, you're going to want to watch all of our other AYL videos. You're going to want to like it, you're going to want to share it, and you're going to want to subscribe, right? See all the buttons right here? This is what you're going to want to do, right? Click on them, because we have some really cool videos, all kinds of behind the scenes stuff, bloopers of Alicia crashing and stuff.
Why you gonna sell me out like that, Steven?
So you want to click all of these things and subscribe to our channel, because At Your Leisure is awesome, and we'll see you here for more videos.